Hello and a warm welcome to Well This Week by latestlaws.com. This is a weekly program, so hit the bell icon to get notification for new videos. My name is Sheetal Joon, Associate Editor, latestlaws.com, and I will be taking you through the significant orders and judgments passed by various courts in the country and some important international news from this week. Let's begin with Supreme Court this week. The Supreme Court has ruled that children born out of void or voidable marriages are entitled to get a share in the property of their parents. The ruling is applicable only to Hindu joint family properties governed by Hindu Mitaksha law, the top court has clarified. The verdict was given by a three-judge bench led by Chief Justice of India D Y Chandrachud in reference to a two-judge bench judgment. The Supreme Court has sentenced Rashtriya Janata Dal RJD leader and former Member of Parliament Prabhunath Singh to life imprisonment in a double murder case of 1995 days after it reversed the trial court's verdict acquitting him. The court also directed the convict and the Bihar government to pay Rs 10 lakh each to the families of the two deceased victims and Rs 5 lakh to an injured victim in the case. The Supreme Court Committee on Prison Reform has told the Supreme Court that suicide is a major cause of the 817 unnatural deaths reported in the jails across the country between 2017 and 2021, while emphasizing on the need for building suicide-resistant barracks. CJI D Y Chandrachud has observed that by enacting Article 35A, fundamental rights of equality, liberty to practice profession in any part of the country and others were virtually taken away. He made the remarks after Solicitor General Tushar Mehta, appearing for the Central Govt, referred to the contentious provision in the Indian Constitution stating it gave special rights to only permanent residents of the erstwhile state and was discriminatory. Union government has submitted in the Supreme Court that only centre is empowered under the Constitution to carry out a census seeking intervention in a host of petitions that have questioned the validity of Bihar government's caste survey. In Bihar, the call for a caste survey erupted last year and was supported by all the parties, though the ruling Janata Dal United and Rashtriya Janata Dal led. Coming down hard on hate speech, the Apex Court has observed that peace, harmony and brotherhood must be maintained in the society and said that some additional measures were needed to strengthen its 2018 guidelines on tackling hate crimes, including installation of CCTV cameras and formation of a committee of police officers in districts recording high numbers of hate speech cases. The Supreme Court also decided to examine whether states were following its guidelines, including appointing a nodal officer in each district to deal with the problem of mob lynching and hate speeches. Now let's have an overview of high courts. The Karnataka High Court, while allowing a criminal writ petition, observed that to constitute an offence punishable under Section 143, 147, 148 and 149 of the Indian Penal Code, all the accused persons must have formed an unlawful assembly with the common object of committing an offence, and the offence committed must be in furtherance of the common object. The Delhi High Court has highlighted the necessity for a gender-neutral approach in case involving gender-specific laws. The High Court bench emphasized that such laws are not designed to be anti-opposite gender but rather to address the distinct challenges faced by particular genders in society. The ruling came as court set aside the trial court's order that had charged a man for allegedly outraging the modesty of women by using derogatory language. The Delhi High Court has dissolved a 10-year-long marriage while sending a powerful message against domestic abuse. Court's division bench, comprising of Justice Suresh Kumar Kait and Justice Neena Bansal Krishna, emphasized that the institution of marriage should never be a justification for subjecting one's spouse to physical abuse or torture. The Jharkhand High Court has refused to quash criminal proceedings against the petitioner accused of an attempt to murder and held that the High Court, in the exercise of its inherent power under Section 482 CRPC, should not stifle a legitimate prosecution, and in the present case there was a direct and specific allegation against the petitioner for having committed the alleged offence. The Jharkhand High Court has issued a direction to unseal the premises of the factory of the petitioner accused of an illegal trade of coal and held that the immovable property cannot come within the purview of Section 102 CRPC, and it does not give the power to seize immovable property, and that power cannot be utilized by the police in absence of any order of the competent court of law. In a significant ruling, the Delhi High Court has emphasized the irreplaceable value of human intelligence and human element in the adjudicatory process, dismissing the use of AI-generated response from ChatGPT in a case filed by luxury brand Christian Louboutin against a seller accused of imitating its iconic red sole shoe design. The High Court of Himachal Pradesh, while dismissing the appeal against the sentence and conviction under the NDPS Act, noted that this act is a particular legislature that was brought to curb drug trafficking and its provisions should be interpreted keeping in mind the object and purpose of the same as well as the impact on the society. Moving on to international news this week. The Islamabad High Court has made a significant decision by suspending the conviction and 3-year prison sentence of former Prime Minister of Pakistan Imran Khan in the Tosha Khana corruption case. An Iranian court has ordered the United States government to pay a sum of $330 million in damages attributed to its alleged involvement in a coup plot against the newly established Islamic Republic in 1980. This remarks a historical juncture in the ongoing tension between the two nations. The court's decision was based on claims that the US was implicated in the orchestrating a coup attempt in the aftermath of the 1979 Islamic Revolution that deposed the US-backed Shah. In the end, we have miscellaneous news. The Delhi High Court and District Courts shall observe 8 September as a holiday in the wake of the G20 summit that will be held in Delhi on 8th, 9th and 10th September. A lawyer was shot dead by 2 assailants in the chambers in the Tahsil Court complex in Uttar Pradesh's Ghaziabad district. Advocate was having lunch in the chamber around 2 p.m. when 2 assailants entered the room and fired at him. He died on the spot. Thank you for watching and have a nice day. This is a weekly program, and to get more information, please check the description box, and for weekly updates, like and subscribe to our channel.